Greetings to you, my brothers and sisters, all around the world, followers of William Branham, and specifically those at all Exodus Assembly in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and in Trinidad and Tobago. It's a joy and a pleasure to greet you and to be able to address you and to tell you the truth. Because to be honest with you, I would be very much foolish or stupid to be here speaking to you from theory. Hadn't it been that I have experienced the awakening, if I hadn't awake within myself as a fiery being and ascend and annex the brain, literally come out of my skull in another form, like when a volcano erupt and there's molten rocks, when the molten rocks can flow like water, and when you take metal and you melt metal, and it come like liquefy in a liquefied way, and then when it comes out it could be hardened again, something like that, just to so you could get a kind of understanding of what I'm talking about. That's how I get to understand the resurrection, the true resurrection. That's how I get to understand the empty tomb. That's how I get to understand the Immaculate Conception. That's how I get to understand that Isaiah 7:14 and St. John 3 is the same thing. It's the same thing, friends. It doesn't equate to a woman who never had sex. No. It's only telling you of about that is outside of sex. Happened to a man, happened to a woman. That's why I tell you that we're not male or female. It's just one energy. All is just energy and vibration. So when you talk about the Spirit of God and I talk about the energy, same thing. When you talk about the Pentecostal experience and you're looking for fire over your head, and you look and you think it's an outside wind, I am telling you, it's all inside. Everything of the Bible happened from within, not without. So there's the esoteric and the exoteric. And my good brothers, they run with the exoteric. And they never get the esoteric. Okay? Now, I'm going to use this time here now to just talk about an experience in Grenada with my brothers from Exodus St. Vincent when we was down there. And Brother Lavine, to be specific, I remember quite vividly, it was midnight, 12 o'clock in the night, and I was in the guest house that we had rented, and I was in a vest. Having been a bodybuilder, I have big chest, I have big arms. It has never been to impress girls. I've never been. Okay? And to show you how much you've been controlled in these, I'm not the kind of person to talk about cult and all of that, you know. That's stupidness. To call people cult, to say people belong to cult and all of that. Because we always cultivate. And we always use the word culture. So I don't get caught up in those kind of things. But it's a control mechanism. It's just like when you go to school, they tell you when to stand, when to sit, when to read, when to stop read, when to go to get things to eat, when to go and urinate, and all of that. It's a control mechanism. And when you go to church, it's the same thing. So the whole system of the world is to really control people. Unless you could raise your frequency or your vibration to a higher level. Okay? So, the brother being that ignorant and believe in himself that he was really a minister and that the pastor was really ahead of him and he below the pastor and Vin is like the real man and the messenger of whom speaketh the prophet this and the Indian who ride in the horse, who is seen in West, not knowing he was talking about a West Indian who could ride the power and find the chair and bypass him in the dream world. And if you believe that Vin is Pegasus or Perseus riding Pegasus, riding Pegasus, well, go ahead, because I'm not speaking to everyone. But here was this brother rebuking me and telling me I need to put on my t-shirt because somebody might pass across midnight and lost. And then that very said morning, when we woke up, we was looking for that brother all over the place and wonder where have he gone? We didn't know where the brother went to. This brother happened to take a walk on the beach because midnight, it was moonlight. Myself and another brother, I think it was brother Dexter, we wanted us to go in the sea and enjoy the sea because the sea does be warm in the night. And the same brother who trying to control us love and was telling us people could come and see you. And then in the morning he woke up and we didn't know. And apparently he went up the beach and he met a number of brothers from Intellectualism on the beach bathing. Bareback. I tried to rebuke them, and they turned around and rebuked him and showed him how much he was ignorant, and told him that the people who is not a part of the assembly and so on, and not a part of what they believe and so on, to them it's common to see people bathe like that, so it's that nobody ain't gonna lose and all of that. My brother, all of that was just signs to show the ignorance. And the reason why I'm laughing is because I'm happy. And I'm not laughing at them. I'm laughing with those who have been seeking higher heights and deeper depths while they're still in Todd Exodus and all of the other message churches around the world. Because those are the honest ones. And those are the ones who are ready. Because when the students are ready, the teacher will appear. So those are the ones I'm speaking. I'm not speaking to everybody. I'm not speaking to those who love people person. A person who want to do things to please people. I'm not talking to those kind. I'm talking to those who are ready. So that has always been an experience that I've experienced in Grenada. Not knowing that I would have come to this point to show you guys how you all need to lift your frequency. Lift your vibration. Come to a higher place. But you can't do it under intellectualism because every seed and every species will all reproduce after its own kind. I'm not condemning, I'm not judging Brother Vin. He did what he knew, what he would have known best. He understood the message in an intellectual way, and he brought it to you in an intellectual way, and he brought you to a certain distance, but he couldn't cross you over. Because you can't cross anyone over if you haven't crossed over. You can't bring one over into the supernatural realm if you haven't crossed over into the supernatural realm. You can't bring people into the gateway or into the entrance where they can walk the walk and become invisible if you yourself have never become invisible. That's all I'm trying to say, my brothers, my sisters. So all of these things that I'm doing is just a rebuke and a challenge. And I am challenging you. I'm challenging you to put your imagination to the test and see if what I'm saying is true, that imagination is what creates reality and your thoughts is what is creating your circumstances, and that you have no need to be fearful of a devil and a hell, and that there is no Jesus Christ coming from the sky. There's no white man coming out of the sky coming for you. And the rapturing faith that Vin is preaching about, and the rapturing faith that you all believe in, you'll be waiting on that rapturing faith all your life and you will die. Not until you leave the base of your spine and exit your skull, you will understand what it means to speak about the rapturing faith. Then you will understand more clearly about dreams, vision, and dimension. And that's a message from Brother Vin. Because you have experience. And I'm saying this. If those who are preaching to you have experiences, they will be telling this story. I know they have not, and that is why I'm telling this story. And I'm telling you what I'm saying to you. It's not ego. It's not carnal. It will hit you hard, but the truth always do that. Thank you for listening to me. I love you, and I'll continue to speak to you. Thank you.